In the hip hop that I remember, the rappers were drug dealers, not drug addicts, and that's where the problem lies. ASAP Ferg just posted this video promoting his new single.
Class with a pretty girl shaking that ass. Gears up, y'all ready to dash? Speed it up now, let's go fast. Keep moving that shit, you bad. Hands up, y'all making them mad. Don't stop, we killing it.
So the comment section is full of people being like, this cannot possibly be ASAP Ferg from ASAP Mom. This cannot be the gangster rap that I signed up for. And the kids, they just make me so sad because they don't know their history. They don't understand that as a rapper, being sexy was a minimum requirement to get your foot in the door. Like rappers used to be sexy. That was known. Like it was the very bare minimum. Rappers used to be so sexy and so fit that if you were not in shape, you were obligated to put the word fat before your name. Like you owed audiences that disclaimer and you had to put it in the front of your stage name. Now in the past few years, we have seen the return of rappers going back to being sexy. I can't really quite put my finger on exactly a date of when it started, but I will say that we definitely saw a huge shift when Gunna got out of jail, right? And him leaning into fitness and making his entire brand about being in shape as a way to kind of change and rebrand away from Young Thug and his mess, right? Like Gunna was like, I'm not going back to jail, so I'm no longer associating my public image with this stuff. Instead, I'll get sexy and just make music for the girls. You don't have to worry about me. Like, don't worry about me. I'm gonna go for a run and I'm gonna make music for the girls. I'm not going back to jail. We obviously saw a sprinkle of it with Drake and his fake abs, because why would he ever do any hard work and do things the correct way when he could just lay down on a table like the woman that he sleeps with? You know what I mean? Mind you, on this one, if you were up here, you know that I said maybe like 6 months ago or 9 months ago, I said, you know, Jay-Z put on 20 pounds of muscle. I might look in that direction. And we got these recent pics of Jay-Z where it's very clear he's obviously been working out. He's obviously been putting on muscle. And it's like, is hip hop sexy again? Is that what's happening? Are rappers being sexy again? I went on ASAP Ferg's Instagram and he deleted all the rest of his posts, and he only has 11 posts up, and 5 of the 11 posts are about fitness or about working out. It's rappers returning back to their roots and remembering that being in good physical shape was always a part of hip hop. It was always a part of the brand. Rappers were never supposed to be skinny and scrawny looking and slow. That happened because of the drugs. Rappers were always supposed to be big and fit and in shape because part of the brand was looking physically threatening. Supposed to be 1, sexy for the girls, and 2, big enough to be threatening to the men, right? Like if you were gonna rap this gangster lyrics, you had to physically look like you could be, like you could be a physical threat. This return back to fitness for someone like Jay-Z specifically would be about returning back to hip hop as well, and remembering that part of hip hop is about having this kind of like physical authority over other rappers. So he needed to prove that, hey, I'm actually not that old. I can still, you know what I'm saying? I can still move something around. You don't have to worry about me. Someone like Gunna and ASAP Ferg, I would argue that if in the 90s and 2000s, as we know, everyone knows, I don't want to ask Silly about this, there's no money to be made in the music industry, right? In the 90s and 2000s, that's the reason why rappers became famous enough to be able to go and do movies and TV shows, right? That's why everyone acted as well. They did other things because that's how you made your money. I would argue that now being a musician is about becoming famous enough to be able to build a brand, right? Like the people who make real money or people who keep a brand deal have a personal brand and will start their own companies or will have a brand deal in their back pocket. Those are people who make real money. There's a lot of money to be made in the health and wellness sector of the world. There is a lot of money to be made by aligning your brand with things like sports, fitness, soul cycling. There's no money to be made when your brand and your image is drugs, gangbanging, and lean. There is a lot of money to be made though when your music is being played in soul cycle classes. Interesting to me to see the rappers who are smart enough to get on it, especially something like getting in the crazy good shape takes a really long time, right? And it's not something, a change that you can make to your brand and to your image. And just because it's a lifestyle change, it takes forever, right? It takes 2 to 3 years to be able to build this body up. So I am curious to see what all of these other lean drinking, Molly popping rappers are going to do.